What's going on, good people? Just waiting for some folks to come in. I'm a baseball guy first, so always featuring baseball cards. Sorry, the dog went out and left the door open. Always feature baseball cards here on the channel, and you know what? Like, I'm super into the O's this season. I'm excited about the Sayo. I'm excited about just the way things are going, especially since this is going to be my last season in the Baltimore area for a while. I'm going to try to get down to the game maybe before I get out of town. Hey, Robert, how's it going, buddy? Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. But the NFL draft happened this weekend, so it is football. It's the official kickoff of football season. And I'm pretty excited with what the Ravens did in the draft. And just thought I'd hop on here since I've kind of got an itch to scratch and rip some 1990s football packs. So that's what we're going to do. And let's see here. Can I make my camera do what I want? Can I make my camera do what I want? Here we go. All right, got it all turned around. So, I am super excited. Ravens doing some work on the O-line, on the defensive line. On the defense, got a wide receiver, a couple of wide receivers in a row, got a couple of tight ends, corner. A running back just in case, right? Like, and a punter, because our punter went to the Giants with Harbaugh. So, it is what it is. You got to get that punter. But defensive tackle, guard in round 7. I'm pretty excited about what they did. Obviously, the Ravens have a good history of drafting very well. So, I am also currently working through like a huge lot of pretty much like 80s and 90s and 2000s football cards. And just kind of like sorting through what I want to keep out of those so I can resell, whatever I don't want to keep and move those along. So that's occupying my time while I pack up for the move. And so, I just have football in the brain. So let's get started. How about some 89 tops? Got a couple of these we ripped. Just get ripping. How are things with you today, Pops? Oh, that gum is real hard. All right. Bill Fralick, Brian Brennan, Devon Mitchell, Deron Cherry, Charles Mann, Tom Rathman. I was a big 49er fan back then. If you remember, obviously the Ravens did not have a team until like 96. So that's when they came to town. That's when I became a Ravens fan. But in football, after the Colts left Baltimore, my dad decided I'm not going to root for them anymore. I'm not going to root for the Redskins because no way. But I will root for Joe Montana. And so my dad was a Joe Montana fan, so we were 49ers fans. And so anytime I get a little 49ers action from an 89 or 90 pack, pretty excited about it. Oh, man, that's great. Great, Pops. Always good to spend time with the grandkids. Alfred Anderson, Brian Sosha, Mike Wilcher, Ronnie Harmon. Checklist, whoop, whoop. Mark Murphy, Dennis Gentry, Chris Hinton, Lionel Manuel, and our 1,000-yard club is going to be Mark Clayton. These might be the only things we're going to get to put up out of here. I'm just going to – it's not time travel, but I have some 1990 tops. I'll do that one next. There's the gum. Ooh, it's sticking to the card real good. I want to get out of here some I know we'll be looking for like Bo Jackson's, Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders eventually, some Joe Montana stuff. We'll look for the Provisions in here, and then we get up to 95. Actually, I have some 95 Clear Ultra. They're super nice. Lots of good stuff in there. Draft pick, Jeff Alm, TJ Turner, Farrell Edmonds, Jeff Query, Greg Bell, Webster Slaughter, Cedric Jones, Benny Blades. It's pretty good. Put him up. Don't have much else going on right now. 1,000-yard club, Anthony Miller. Put all the 1,000-yard club guys up today. Vaughn Johnson. Dan Saliamua, Kevin Ross, Kevin Butler, Mark Murphy again. Oh, Matt Millen. There we go. Inside linebacker for the 49ers. Henry Thomas, nose tackle. Let's go to 90 score. We're looking for hot guns. We're looking for Bo Jackson. Hot guns, Joe Montana. Looking for the lightning bolt cards. Let's see. See what we get. Phil Sims. Alan Pinkett. John Settle. Bubba McDowell. Got our Super Bowl trivia, wiki, as Rob Opens Wax likes to say. Who has coached the most Super Bowl teams? Bud Grant, Don Shula, Tom Landry, or Chuck Noll? And the answer may surprise you. It's Shula with 6. Jim Scow, Tim Crumry, Ken Harvey, Tim Worley, Bart Oates, Scott Norwood. Oh man, if you watch the Bills documentary, I think it's a 30 for 30. If not, it's on Netflix. The Bills. There's some good Scott Norwood coverage in there. Carl Lee, Greg Lloyd, Johnny Rember, Rodney Peete, Anthony Miller, and Mark Clayton again. We'll put Mark up. Move on to 91 Fleer. Let's look for Provision. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Curtis Duncan. Design-wise, these are, this was probably innovative for the time because Photoshop didn't really exist. So to get the player cut out with no background behind them, like where you just see like some error here, like where parts of feet are missing and limbs are missing because, Corel Draw was probably the program being used and it was pretty new, I would assume. But yeah, the design leaves it looking really plain and not very exciting, although like for the time it was probably pretty innovative. And then it made, and we got one, look, or maybe it's an all-star. I don't know. Let's see. I think it's an all-star. But it makes the other cards in the set just jump out because these are kind of plain. All right, we got Jeff Hostetler, Harold Green, and we got an all-star, Mark Bortz. I don't know Mark Bortz. Obviously on the Bears, all-pro. We'll put him up. There's a hitters, Tim Harris. I like the hitters cards. These were kind of fun. It's not the biggest name. Pete Holohan, Perry Kemp, Tim Goad. Hey, there we go. Reggie White. That's fantastic right there. Daryl Grant, Michael Coffer, David Griggs, and Thurman Thomas on the league leaders. He's a beast. All right, 91 Upper Deck. We could have the Joe Montana. I believe there's a Shutterstock card in here, because it's all over the box. Hang on. So here, that's the card. It's like on every part of the box. It's there. It's there. It's on the other side. It's on the back. It's Joe Montana. Joe Montana's all over this box. All right. Ricky Sanders. Obviously, being a Montana fan, that'd be a huge find for me. I would love that. Dwayne Pickett. Oh, Troy Aikman on the art card for the Cowboys checklist. There we go. I watched a lot of Troy Aikman back in the day and rooted against him every time. Charles McRae on the rookie. Shane Conlon. Ben Smith. With a Galt. Gary Anderson. Paul Gruber. Herschel Walker. There we go. Oh, here we go. MVP Jerry Rice. Fantastic. Look at that. And David Treadwell to round us out. Let's look at these 95. So these are fun. They do brick a little bit. The biggest complaint with these that I have is when you open these up, whatever the glue is that they used, I'm not going to need an assist here. Whatever the glue is that they used here when they pressed the packs together, it leaked all over this first card. So you always lose this first card. There's a huge strip of glue that runs right down the middle. And then you get a strip of glue sometimes on the back, which is usually your gold medallion card. So hopefully that's not too badly messed up and we just lose this front one. But I think the first pack of these that I opened in the, and I don't even know if it got, I'm not even sure it got posted because I was so mad. But the first ones of these I opened for a driver's seat box where you can see the strip of glue right down the middle. It was a Warren Sapp rookie card. So I was kind of mad. All right, so that was Quinn early on the card that we lost there. Andre Coleman, J.J. Stokes, obviously being a 49er fan. Here's the back of those. That's his rookie card. Lawrence Dawsey, Tony Martin, Marcus Robertson, Courtney Hawkins, Trezell Jenkins. That's also a rookie. I don't know him though. All right, this is an insert. So Rob Fredrickson, second-year standout. I liked these a lot. There's so many good inserts in this. Anthony Newman for the Rams. Wayne Simmons for the Packers, and our gold medallion is Brett Perryman for the Lions. Put that up there. All right, let's go back to 89. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. A nice lazy Sunday maybe. I'll be doing some work getting ready for my move this summer. We got the pods sitting in the driveway, so I'll be working on that later this afternoon, but I wanted to take some time, do a little ripping before we get going here. I think I just showed you the card. Mike Munchak. He's pretty good. David Grant. Keith Jackson, Topps All-Pro. Clarence Burden. Pat Leahy maybe, I don't know. Dave Dewerson. DJ Dozer. Nice. Topps All-Pro Cornelius Bennett. Put Bennett up. John Taylor. Jamie Morris, super rookie. John Settle. Bo Jackson, there we go. There we go. Oh, no. Every bow gets sleeved up and kept. These are awesome. Love it. Love the Bo Jackson. Man, he was just wrecking people's world back in the day. How cool is that? There's the back. These are super clean. Love it. Man, that might go in the PC. I like Jerry too. I think I want to sleeve Jerry up. He might go in the PC as well. It's a slightly off center to the right. ever so slightly. It's a nice cherry, nice. These might be our 2 hits of the day. I don't know if Bo does through the mail anymore. Bo's a guy, he puts a lot of he does a lot of events, and he gets a lot of money for his autographs. I'm not sure if he's still doing through the mail. Mike Wise, John Hand, Willie Galt, and Kurt Warner on our 1,000-yard club. He was in town right after I started this channel. And I think his autographs were like $75 for a single if you had the item. And then you could pay like for the authentication or whatever. And I want to find this other card. I have it here. I know I have it because I just saw it this morning. Move that out of the way. There we go. It's got to be back here. So, as we know on the channel, I spent a good deal of time looking for Bo Jackson. And we have found a couple. Yeah, I mean, it's Bo, so I get it. Like, you know, he's Bo Jackson. Like, he knows that like 90% of the people who are gonna do it are flipping it. Like, you know, so I think he puts a premium on it just because of that. He's always been one that didn't really like the business of sports. Like, he does not sign this card anymore. At all, because I don't think he got paid for this photo shoot. There's some sort of dispute between him and I don't know if it's a photographer or the publishing company. I don't know whoever set it up. Somehow he ended up not getting paid for this. So like he doesn't sign that anymore out of principle. And then I wanted maybe see if I can get a signature on the Bo Breaker. That's my second favorite Bo card besides the shoulder pads card. But you know, I didn't find it in time to go get it autographed. So, you know, it is what it is. I'll get him next time he's in town. 1990. Let's see here. I'm going to do this and this. So much gum. All right, Marcus Cotton, John Settle again. Alonzo Highsmith, Ray Bentley, Herschel Walker. There we go. Herschel up there. Eric Allen. Marion Butts. He's pretty good. Dwayne Woodruff. Eugene Robinson. Pretty good. Tim Rosenbach. Tony Casillas. Bobby Humphrey. A lot of these guys are pretty good. Cortez Kennedy draft pick. Would have been a big card. Carl Banks. Roger Craig, that's a personal favorite of mine. 49er fan. I've got Vance Johnson on the 1,000-yard club, which I'm putting up here. Let's see if we can get a hot gun. Or there should be a Warren Moon card in here as well. I like the Warren Moon if we can find that one. Kevin Ross. Derek Hill. Ricky Dixon, Dennis Gentry. Let's do some trivia. All right, I'm going to cover up the answer. 2 teams have the worst record in the Super Bowl. Name them. Bengals, Broncos, Dolphins, Vikings. Now, this is kind of a trick, I think, because I don't know if it's still the same answer. This is 1990, so this is before, like, the Bills lost 4 of them. So I think the Vikings and Broncos, who both have an 0-4 record. Wow. Okay. Vikings and Broncos on the trivia. Worst Super Bowl record. Gary Reasons, Wade Wilson, Sterling Sharp, I dig it. Dalton Hilliard, Roger Craig again. Put him up there with the other Roger. Thurman Thomas, he's a beast. There's the ground force with the lightning bolts in the back. That's what I was talking about. Christian Okoye. We want the Bo Jackson. I want to put the Christian Okoye up there. Oh, hey, look, we got two in a row. Bobby Humphrey. I don't think I've had a Bobby Humphrey on here, so that's kind of fun. I like that. Oh, there we go. We'll take that one. Barry Sanders. 3 ground forces in a row in the same pack. That is fantastic. 3 ground forces in a row, including a Barry Sanders. It's in such good shape. These cards are really hard not to find, like, dinged up. Like, they ding up so easily in those packages. Look at that. Barry Sanders. On the ground force. There, I watched the Barry Sanders documentary. Is really good too. That one was on. That might have been on Amazon Prime. Richard Carlos. Hey, there's Jerry Rice, Dan Hampton. Pretty darn good himself. All right, let's go. Where are we at? 91. Hanging out here for a little while. Might be less than an hour total. Just felt like an itch to rip some 90s packs. Bill Romanowski. Love that. Dennis Gentry. Christian Okoye again. It's nice. Steve Young. You know, it amazes me how long like Steve Young hung around waiting for his opportunity. And, you know, just impressed with somebody that has that kind of patience and like learned from Montana and did his own thing and rose to the occasion when he got there. Ricky Prohl, Mike Ken, Eric Martin, Hassan Jones. This is not bad. Travis McNeil, Seth Joyner, Don Maggs, Ray Donaldson, David Little, and Kevin Mack. All right, let's see if we can get that Montana card out of here. Well, there's Dave Waymer. We're getting some 49ers. Dexter Carter. Andre Reed. These are upper deck, so they're going to be all flipped all the way over in every which direction. Wayne Haddix. Andre Rison was really good. Bruce Smith. He was a beast. Bruce Smith. Let's start another pile here. Anthony Carter. Tim Brown. Anthony Carter was good too. So was Chris Carter. The Vikings had some good Carters. Trace Armstrong. Troy Epps. Steve Wisniewski. There we go. Dan Marino. Team MVP. I was not a big Marino fan. I know a lot of people are. But, you know, we were rooting for Montana, so we didn't like Dan Marino. He just wasn't allowed in my household. Lots of Dan Marino fans at the card shows. Whenever I go out, I had tons of folks looking for Marino. We'll put him up here. Actually, let's put Barry Sanders up here. That might be the best. We'll put Dan here. Let's get another pack of this 95. Thanks for hanging out with me, Robert. I appreciate you, buddy. And hope you have a good Sunday. We'll rip through the rest of these and a great rest of the day. Rob Fredrickson. Again, we get our blue strip right down the middle there. There's Bam Morris. Pretty good. These packs also could have it's like a clear, like see-through acetate card. And I actually got a Bam Morris one of those. They're really awesome. You can like see through the card. It's a see-through material. It's acetate. So I've gotten Jeff Blake and Bam Morris. So those are not big names, but is what it is. So who's this? This is Luther Ellis and Hugh Douglas. There's Jeff George. Carl Pickens. There's Dan Marino. Another one. Put this one up there too. All right, John Elliott. Oh, Derek Alexander on the insert. So this is the second year standout. Derek Alexander. Tom Carter for the Redskins. Here we go. Isaac Bruce. Get that. One of my favorites in video games, in fantasy football. I mean, he just produced. And then our gold medallion is Brett Perryman again. That's funny. I got same two gold medallions. Let's go back to 89. This will be the last run through. Yes, Jeff George was a big disappointment. He definitely was. All right. Let's get our 1,000-yard club card back here. And then go like this. There we go. We just got to deal with the gum. All right. Mark Vlasic, Dan Marino. Again, we're building up a little Marino collection. That's not bad. Albert Bentley, Charles Haley. He was a beast. James Brooks. James Brooks was pretty good too. Joey Browner. There's Eric Dickerson on the record breaker. That's fantastic. Merrill Hodge. Checklist. Whoop whoop. Ray Childress was pretty good. Anthony Munoz, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Ray Langhorne. Hanford Dixon. Thurman Thomas, super rookie. All right, we're going to sleeve that one up. It's a little off center, but a rookie is a rookie. And when it's somebody as good as Thurman Thomas, you sleeve it up. There we go. I'm running out of room. All right, Ray Berry in our 1,000-yard club. Let's see if we can get the focus. Lionel Manuel. I've been putting them up, but I'm out of room. 1990. All right, let's get our 1,000-yard club card to the back. All right, come on. Cooperate. There we go. One more bite of gum. All right. Stevens steams ahead. Hey, there we go. We got a Montana, finally. Finally. Joe Montana. Perry Williams. Jeff Jager. James Hasty. He was good. John Roper. Nope, we had somebody behind John. There we go. Boomer studies the defense. Maryland grad, Boomer Esiason. Kyle Clifton. Brian Noble. William Howard. Jackie Slater. Ricky Dixon. Scott Studwell. Gary Zimmerman. Mark Collins. And our 1,000-yard club is Eric Martin. Put that over here. 1990. Can we get the Bo Jackson ground force or the Montana Hot Gun? I'm probably not going to get the Montana Hot Gun. I think I ripped the pack off camera the other night just for fun during the draft, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to rip these soon. And I had Montana Hot Gun in there. Joe Phillips, Herman Hurd, Harry Newsom, Larry Kennebrew. Trivia. All right, let's see if we can do our trivia here. All right, who played with 3 different teams in 5 Super Bowls? Wow, Marv Fleming, Preston Pearson, Charlie Waters, or Cliff Harris? I don't know. So I'm going to say they did what they did on the last question, and there's really 2 of them. All right. Pearson, who played with the Colts. Nope. Okay. Colts, Steelers, and Cowboys. Preston Pearson. Early Super Bowls. Keith Woodside. Mark Kelso. Steve Walsh. Jim Covert. Jojo Townsell. Bruce Matthews. Nice. Earl Farrell. Jim Everett on the Hot Gun. Okay. He was somebody to watch for sure. Carl Lee. Jim Everett, I mean, like, is good. One of those good, not great. Bob Gagliano. Sean Collins. And Rich Carlos. All right. I'm really hoping we get a Provision one of these packs. I really want one. I don't think we're going to get one. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Gary Anderson, Tommy Aggie, Marcus Allen. There we go. Kent Hall, Dexter Carter, Neil Anderson was pretty darn good back in the day. John Alt, Rodney Hampton was pretty darn good. A lot of good running backs. Anthony Bell, Steve Broussard, Morton Anderson, one of the greatest place kickers of all time. Brad Muster. Brian Blades. Eric Allen. Not a bad pack. Not great. Not bad. 91. I really want this Joe Montana. Here we go. Johnny Holland. Christian Okoye. Putting him up. Tell me we got another Dan Marino. We did. On the art card. Look at that. Another Marino. We've got like 5 Dan Marinos today. I don't think it's a bad thing. Dan McGuire. Is he related to Mark McGuire? Yeah, his brother Mark is a power hitting first baseman for the Oakland A's. Dan McGuire. Who knew? Now you know. Oh, there we go. Deion Sanders on the 91. Deion cards still sell. Coach Prime will never be out of style. Even though I don't like him, other people do. So I will always sleeve them up to get them sold. That's not bad there. All right, Rod Woodson. Like that. I like that a lot. I'm not a Steeler fan, but I really like that card. Pharrell Edmonds. Well, lots of Pharrells today. Roy Green. Danny Stubbs. Jeff George. Speaking of. Running back. Okay. Where's his name? John Williams, team MVP. And look at that. There we go. Joe Montana on the Football Heroes. Love these. Little off center. But still a ton of fun. Love it, love it, love it. All right, last pack. Then we'll get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me, Pops, on a surprise live this Sunday morning. We need an assist. Oh, let's get something good out of here. Let's get a Marshall Faulk or another Barry Sanders. right, so here's this. Mark Collins got the glue damage there. All right, Sean Dawkins, Daryl Johnson. We'll take an Emmitt Smith too. Let's get that. Like Roy Horde, Anthony Miller, Andy Harmon. We got the upside down pack here. Andy Harmon, Joey Galloway was pretty darn good back in the day. Kelvin Martin, Tim Bowens on the second year standout, I think. Or is this award winner? This is an award winner. Tim Bowens. What we got here? Michael Bankston. Brian Mitchell. That and our gold medallion. Let's see if we can read that. Man, I can't read that name. I gotta read it from the back. Eric Hill. This gold type is super hard to read sometimes. Eric Hill on our gold medallion. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Just had an itch to rip some 90s football. We got some great stuff. We got a ton of Dan Marinos. We got a couple of Joe Montanas. We got a Bo Jackson. We got a Barry Sanders. I think that's mission accomplished. Hopefully y'all had a good time. And thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And keep ripping wax. Channel's just going to be cruising along until the move this summer. We have a contract on the house up in New York, so things are moving along. We just got to get the one here in Maryland sold, and we're working hard on that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks, everybody, for the support and the love, and look forward to keeping the channel going as I get to New York and seeing how things evolve. So, I appreciate all of you. Have an awesome Sunday. Peace.